Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of I Don't Have a Garage 6'9". Today, we're going to be celebrating America's 250th birthday, doing a little something special for our friend Topig here. We're going to be putting a cam in her. Oh, yeah. Now, problem is the Temu cam I ordered was supposed to be spec'd to BTR Truck Stage 2, and it is not. It is the Sloppy Mechanics Stage 2. Sloppy Stage 2, if you will. So, I went ahead and ordered the correct one. So, we're putting an American camshaft in an American vehicle. And all the supporting mods, we're probably going to end up, well, not probably, we're going to pull the motor out, regasket the entire thing. We know the rear main seal's bad. Might as well do the oil pan gasket and all the other gaskets. I got a full kit. And no, I am not going to be dressed like this the entire time. Figured I'd do something a little special since it's, you know, this video will be coming out around the time 4th of July. Reason being is I don't think this part of my body has seen the sun since Obama's first term. So I will become a human lobster, and I don't want to do that. So, as much as I love being miserable, I don't want to be miserable because I like working on stuff. So let's go ahead and we'll get changed. We'll bring in, show you all the parts that we got, and then we'll start digging into this thing. Now, there's three things in this world that I absolutely love. The sound of a nice, healthy camshaft in an American V8. My family and a nice cold beer. So join me in a prayer to the horsepower gods that this cam swap will go smoothly. Oh, pretend I'm singing in Latin. Oh, knees. All right, here is our parts. Wow, got an entire gasket kit here. This was for cam swap only, but I mean, I got every single gasket you can imagine with a rear main seal, with the installation tool or centering tool. All the gaskets a guy could ask for. I do have a new balancer. Why? I don't know. Had it laying around. New oil pump. Excuse me. New timing chain and gears. So the cam kit that I originally bought, like I said, I kind of figured something was up when I saw that part number. So this cam, I spec'd it out. So in case you don't know, get yourself a set of calipers, measure your lobe here, and then measure it about halfway across. Subtract it, and then multiply it by your rocker arm ratio. So a typical LS has a 1:7. So I believe where we were at, if I recall, when I subtracted them, it was like 0.34. So 34 thousandths, and I multiply it by 1.7, and it brought us up to like 580 lift. So that is entirely too much. I wanted just a little bit of extra power for this thing. I didn't want to have to run a converter, and a stage 2 would be perfect for that. Not a sloppy stage 2, but a BTR stage 2. I soaked everything down here. That's why everything looks like an elephant sneezed on it. Mostly the exhaust manifold bolts. Because I don't want those to break. And I noticed, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing. That looks like red RTV. So I didn't want to pull the manifolds, but I think I'm going to have to and replace the gasket. But hey, it is what it is. We're going to start up top here, pull all this crap off. We're not going to drain anything quite yet because I want to crawl underneath, get the starter, exhaust bolts, the torque converter bolts, and then we can start draining fluids. I don't want to lay into a bunch of fluids. Normally that's a Wednesday night type of thing, not a weekend. The cam kit I did order only had single springs, so I ordered a set of LS6 springs, dual. So make sure you do that if you're ordering stuff off Temu. I got hats, things. I can't think of what they're called right now. I got all different kinds. The keepers. Those aren't even the keepers. That. And another set of these. I don't know why I have so many. Oh, here are the keepers. So I got all new stuff for the heads to make them presentable. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get changed, and then we're going to hop to work on this. Because like I said, I don't want to end up like a human lobster, as appealing as that sounds. So bring it back in a minute. All right. So what we're going to do is pull the intake, pull all these. Well, we're not going to pull the hoses. We're going to pull the fan shroud off, knock the fan off. Maybe do some stuff up here. I really don't want to bleed any fluids off yet. I want to save that for last, so I'm not swimming and stuff underneath the truck. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I already disconnected the battery. That's always step one. And I guess we'll disconnect the map sensor. Maybe not, because it doesn't want to disconnect. Come on. You know you want... Oh, okay. Maybe I just... Ooh. All right. We're going to pretend that's normal. All right. Now, because I'm just shy of being a midget, I need to get my little step ladder. Get yourself one of these. Helps with these little plastic thingies down here, so you don't have to rip them all to pieces on accident, on purpose. On purpose accident. On accident. You got COVID, Paxlovid. Awesome. If I recall, this, please be the right size. Oh yeah. 1 7/16", right? So leave the belt on. I should probably replace that belt. That belt don't look too good. Whack it with the hammer. Voila, that's all it takes. Just make sure you have the right wrench. Now, in past times when I've done cam swaps on LS trucks, I've left the fan on. And let me tell you, putting a water pump with the fan on is a real treat. So I don't recommend it, because it's not fun. Well. Now, if we were just doing a cam swap, really, you'd pull the radiator, you'd pull the front dress, and that's it. Oh, well, and the valve covers. And that's it. That's all you have to do. That's all it takes. Get yourself some 5/16 tubing, about 3 foot long, to hold up the lifters. That's really all. You can even do the oil pump if you're very talented with your fingers. You can do the oil pump in the truck. Now, I've only done it once because I'm not talented. It's just 5/8. It just comes right off. Maybe. Can I have this back? Why are you doing this to me? Why? Oh, that's fine. Because it was under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Now, I don't think I've ever taken an AC compressor belt off without the tensioner being stuck. This tensioner looks like it's fairly new-ish. Oh my God. All right. I was correct in my assumption that that has been replaced. What is this? Awesome. Makes life a little easier. There we go. All right. That was actually, I think I have a new one of these belts because this belt. No good. All right, let's take a look. See, this belt isn't much better. It's got a little bit of life left in it, but it's got quite a bit of dry rot. So I'll see. I know I have an air conditioning one. I'll see if I have a drive belt too. All right, I'm just unplugging everything that's in my way, which is everything. So alternator, this thing, I think it's got something to do with the stinky gas stuff, fumes. Go, alternator. Of course, now it's not going to make the noise. Oh, there you go. Hear it? Ever slightest little chirp. Dear Lord. That doesn't feel good. It's so frustrating. Popo. So I believe it's 5 bolts that hold this up. There's one here, here, down here, there's one in the middle there, and I think there's one on the side here. Oh, I think that's it right there. All right, so yeah, let's bring you guys in here real quick for a little quick ski. Oh God. Woo! All right, got a boat there. There. We're going to keep that one in. There's one, as you can see right there. And then there's one. Can you see it? Can you see it? Right there. So don't forget to get that one. All right. I'm gonna get these out now. You just relax. I don't know what that was, but it's gone forever now. But give me a minute to recompose myself. It's hot with 2 T's. Updates. Got this up out of the way. AC compressors disconnected. What a pain in the butthole. That was not fun. I'm going to take a little break here, get some water, clean up, eat some peaches. And then when we come back, we'll go underneath. Like I said, we'll tackle the starter. We got some wires we got to move, disconnect the exhaust, save the torque converter for last because that's going to be fun. And then pull the intake. Well, drop the fluids. Well, we'll drop the coolant. We'll hold off on the oil for right now. Pull the intake, and I think it's about all that's left. Well, we got, I say that, but we got disconnected ground straps, the fuel lines. I did manage to get the injector plugs out. Apparently I just wasn't pressing hard enough. Weird. But yeah, we're moving forward. I'm gonna go eat some peaches, so we'll bring you back in a minute. Well, it's the next day, and I got some updates. We are back to work on the cam swap of the tow pig here. Got the plate on. I got the torque converter bolts out. Got the starter out. And, of course, apparently the prayer I did yesterday wasn't good enough, but snapped the lug off there, the little guy. So, ordered a new starter. It'll be here Thursday, along with the knock sensors that were supposed to be here today. And I got an alternator too, just because that one was kind of grimy, or grindy, I should say. Really, all that's left is motor mounts and the bell housing bolts. Hoping I can get to the motor mounts. Yeah, it looks like I can get them from up here. So, I got one there, buried in some poopy. Why are you zooming in? There we go. So, this side shouldn't be too bad. This side might require some finagling, but it's down in there somewhere. I might have to get it from underneath. To get the torque converter bolts, it wasn't too bad. I had to abandon the what the hell's it called? The inspection port. I abandoned that idea. So, and as you can see, there's the torque converter bolts. So I had to, come on, focus. There we go. So it wasn't terrible. So I just stayed back here, turned that, and then just ran a extension and 15 mil through there. And there's 6 bolts, but got them all out. And when you do it, just make sure you are going to have to loosen that inspection cover, just because I dropped 3 of the bolts, and luckily it got caught in there, and all I had to do was shimmy it back and they fell out. So just make sure that you're doing that. Like I said, all that's left really is the motor mount bolts and the bell housing bolts. So let's get to work on that, and then we can yank this sucker out of here. I think there's going to be 2 spots, one on driver, one on passenger side, that have wires that I need. Like, there's a little bracket that I can't really reach, so I'm hoping to jack it up just a touch and be able to get access that way. I am going to have to get a jack to support the weight of the transmission, so I got to remember to do that. It is very hot today. Good news is it's only going to get hotter, with Thursday being the hottest at 104 degrees. So anyway, let's get to work. All right, I want to make something pretty clear here. Doing this type of job by yourself is pretty dangerous. The point of this channel is just to show, you don't need a fancy garage and stuff to be able to do stuff that this is, especially in this heat. But if something were to happen, I'm by myself here, No one will find me till tomorrow morning. Well, my 9 moms will come flying in here and resuscitate me, but it'll probably be too late for that. But anyway, if that crane were to have failed and got me pinned somewhere, I'd have to rely on my watch. That's my contingency plan. So what I'm saying is, if you're doing this stuff by yourself, try to have a friend. That'd be the best bet. Doing something. See, this thing's heavy. It's a couple 100 pounds, right? They used a red RTV on the exhaust. That's great. If something were to slip and you get pinned and your hand gets pinned, you can't move. What do you do? Try to have a contingency plan. I joke safety third, but when I go through these videos, I try to think, what's the worst that could happen and how do I mitigate that? I don't get serious very often. I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, the guy on YouTube is doing it, why can't I? It's like, I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, and that's okay. But I've also been doing this for 25 years now, if maybe more, I don't know. When I was 14 is when I started wrenching when I was 14. So that's 26 years. 25, 20, 26. One of the two. So I'm very aware of my skill set and what I'm capable of doing and what's the worst that could happen and how to mitigate it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, especially on these newer cars now. Older cars, you can pull the whole front clip off, right? And you just slide the motor trans in, no problems. Simple as that. These newer ones, it's a little more complicated, as you saw. I'm going to have to get all new fire retardant and stuff in the hood of the old tow pig, but that's okay. This was a royal pain in my ass, I'm not going to lie. I had zero fun doing this. The two-wheel drives are infinitely easier than the four wheels. It could just be that it's a 2500 too. It's not even a space thing. It's just, I guess it is a space thing. Like, it's just a lot of crap is crammed in there, and it's hard to get your hands into places, and there's a ton of plugs. And luckily, we only broke, the starter, 3 exhaust bolts. I think that's it. We're gonna have to drill those out. Luckily, not in the head. Knock on wood. When we pull the manifolds tomorrow, like I said, I always use a lot of juice, some heat, and a 1/4 inch socket. And I've always, so far, I've had good luck. I did have to remove one of the manifold bolts when I was disassembling there, and it was hand tight. So that makes me happy. So I'm hoping the rest of them are hand tight. So we'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to make that clear that this can be dangerous. But it's always, excuse me. It's nice to have friends help you do this stuff. So, and don't be bashful. The car community is a great community. Maybe your neighbor, not necessarily a friend, but he works on cars, so he can help you. But enough of my rant. Let me show you what we got going on here, because LS things. So I had to put, this is my configuration here, because there's no hole here, and these and that don't reach that. So yeah, but this thing, it's holding weight, no problem. I mean, it's good for 1,500 pounds. But yeah, but it's gonna do it for today. I am miserable, I'm hot, I'm hungry. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll clean this thing up. I'm gonna spray it down with some simple green, let it sit overnight, scrape it. I'll pull the coil packs off, power wash it, and then we'll start tearing it down. We'll pull the manifolds off, pull the heads off, clean everything up, pull the front cover, all that crap off, because the cam should be here tomorrow. So maybe we can at least get that in. Sorry, my allergies are killing me today. New cam, timing set, and oil pump. That'll be our goal for tomorrow. Maybe we'll mess with the heads and do the springs. I'm not sure. But today's Monday. I have a ton of parts coming Thursday, I think now. Wednesday or Thursday. They were supposed to be here today. I paid extra. Doesn't mean anything anymore, so just keep that in mind when you're ordering stuff. That it's just a pipe dream anymore. Nothing's guaranteed. But I am getting my money back, so there is that. But I had to get knock sensors. I did order a starter and alternator. Didn't need an alternator, but it was sounding kind of crunchy. So, but they should be here Wednesday or Thursday. I'm hoping Wednesday we're stabbing this thing back in, and then Thursday is just tidying everything up. Oh, I should probably mail the computer out so it can get tuned. Uh-oh. Yeah, so I should pull that, get that. I use Michigan Motorsports. I used to use the dude Frost down in Virginia. Dude was awesome, but I guess he doesn't do it anymore. He had some family issues with a baby or something. I'm not sure. But Michigan Motorsports, they have pretty quick turnaround. So if I were to mail it today, it'd get there tomorrow, and they would have it back here by Wednesday or Thursday. So yeah, I got to do that. I mean, we can start it and run it without a tune, so we might just do that. But don't drive it. So anyway, thank you, and we'll bring you in tomorrow. All right, it is the next day. It's a little cooler because I guess you can call it indoors. I'm in a small garage area where normally the lawnmower stays, but got the 6 liter, got the heat shields off, all that. I power washed it. I didn't do a super duper good job just because it's a work truck. I just wanted something clean to work on. It is in fact a 6 liter. So that's good. We weren't bamboozled. I did hose down all the ports and everything with some WD-40 afterwards. I kept the spark plugs in, exhaust manifolds in. I think this manifold's been replaced only because these are 12 mil heads, and that looks like the Dorman or whatever logo. But ironically, these are the one where the studs broke. This looks like it's cracked, so when we pull it off, I gotta really look at that. I might have to try to stitch it back together. I can't really tell. It didn't sound like it had exhaust leaks, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty cracked. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna tear the exhaust manifolds off. Hopefully they come off. I did kind of just lay a wrench on there to see which ones turned, and half of them on this side were finger tight, and only one on the other side was finger tight. So prayers that we don't break anything. Pull the spark plugs out, pull the heads off, pull the front dress off, and then tomorrow we'll focus on reassembly. We'll clean the heads up, put new valve springs in, stick the cam in, new timing chain and gears, and new oil pump. So let's go ahead and start tearing this bad boy down. I'm going to start with the manifolds. We'll start with this side just because they're bigger on that side. Please don't break. Please don't break. That doesn't feel great. It's very crunchy. But if we work it back and forth, all right, I think we're good on this one. All right, yep. Please, I'm begging you, do not break. Wrong way. I always get so confused with this. Does anyone else have trouble trying to remember which way you put the wrench when you want to put some torques on stuff? All right, we have successfully taken off the passenger side manifold without breaking any bolts. Look at us. I'm going to pull the oil dipstick tube out just because it's in the way of me pulling this manifold off. You guys put never sees on your exhaust bolts? So I know, like, with these LS engines, you're screwing a steel bolt or iron, whatever steel, I guess, into aluminum, and it's going to gall. That's your problem, right? You got two different types of metals fighting. The strongest metal is going to win, right? Excuse me. But you put just a little bit of Never-Seez. Just a touch. That's all. Just to protect the threads so it doesn't get attacked by the other metal. There's a word for it. It's maybe electrolysis. I might be making that up. Metallurgy. I think I'm just saying words now that sound fancy and tickle my cerebellum. Oh, okay. Well, that gasket was destroyed. Kind of broke in half there. Doesn't look like the original gasket because it uses that like MLSS multi-layer stainless steel. This is graphite. So I'm wondering if it actually was replaced with a Dorman at some point. Yeah, that's definitely a Dorman. Dorman Norman. Boats. Okay, well, that one was very loose. That one was very loose too. Okay, I found the 2 loose ones already. So I'm immediately going back to 1 wrench just so I can minimize the amount of torque I'm putting on it after I break it loose. I'll wiggle it back and forth. Make sure that it's staying loose like a goose. What if I'm not silly enough? Because I call myself a silly goose all the time. And the Chinese overlords on Temu heard it, and they provided. Let me slip in the thumb a little more comfortable. Oh, the transmission, I believe, I'll have to show you guys, remind me, the transmission is GM replacement. So that's kind of cool. So now this engine is going to be damn near rebuilt. Well, regasketed, new oil pump, heads redone. We know the transfer case was replaced, and now we know the transmission was redone. So I'm not worried about this truck at all. Not that I was, but now I'm definitely not worried about it because all the major components have been redone. So that is excellent news. All right, so if I put you on there, you're just gonna slip, right? Okay. Well, I really don't want to. Ew, I got poopy on me. All right, let me go dig out my rounded bolt thingies, and be right back. Last one is always going to be the pain in the butt. Come on, baby, don't break. Don't break. Oh, you're just sliding off. All right. All right, that's not working. Oh, 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 I didn't mean that. Don't get mad, please. Don't get mad. I got out of hand. I apologize. I have never broken an LS exhaust bolt ever. Granted, I've only done, this will be my 5th or 6th LS. That's a pretty good record, right? All right, before we go any further, I need you guys to help me with something here. Remanufactured for General Motors Corp. Made in USA. Oh, seeking USA. Does that mean this transmission's, or at least the torque converter's redone? No, I think there's a sticker. That's my little stumpy legs. Okay. So if you look, oh yeah. Here. I got poopy on me. Look at that. GM parts transmission. I think this transmission's been replaced. Now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't look that old or grimy. I don't know, you guys think this transmission's been replaced? I'm gonna say yeah. Oh, I cleaned up nice in here. As you can see, this head's off. I'm gonna do this head. I'm gonna pull this front stuff off. We're gonna drop the oil. And see where we're at. I'm kind of whooped today. The cam hasn't come in yet, so that's a problem. So I'm gonna get as far as I can. You know, get some much needed rest. Oh, there's some sort of schmutz that they put on the bolt. Gasket looks okay. All right. Don't really see any evidence of anything leaking through. I think we're all right. Let's turn this down to 2. So I don't want to blow it apart yet. Sweet Caroline. Yeah. All right. Okay. You do you, boo-boo. I think this front seal was leaking. What do you think? You see all the poop around it? That's Yucky Bucky. We don't like him. Wow, look at that. Oh, that was probably leaking too. Cool. Guess we'll drop the pan. We'll start getting ready. I gotta pee like a monster. We'll drop the pan, put the new timing gear on, I guess, new oil pump. And yeah, keep moving forward. Yeah, do the wave. I'm tired. So just so you guys can see the cam card, BTR LS truck stage 2, V3. 549 lift, 108 lobe separation angle. Oh God. Not a bad little cam. I had a 4.8 with a stage 3 in it. It sounded pretty good. I do have a stage 1 for my 2018. That'll be an upcoming video because we're gonna have to do that. You know, AFM DOD delete. But I like them. It drives nice. I didn't want to compromise the drivability because I drive it a lot, especially for work. But I didn't. I wanted to, you know, lose the failure point of the AFM DOD, even though it is tuned out. It is just a ticking time bomb at this point. It's got 158,000 miles on it, I think. So we'll get to that this summer. But anyway, so we'll see how this sounds. Stage 3 sounded pretty good through manifolds, cats, and a Flowmaster exhaust system. So this is going to be similar. It's just going to be 3-inch in MagnaFlow. So yeah, and I don't sacrifice too much drivability with it. I did have to run a converter with the stage 3. Stage 2 you do not. And these truck cams they're pretty cool. I ran a truck Norris. I ran it without a converter. I would recommend getting a converter if you run a truck Norris cam. Just because I did have a little bit of push, when I come to a stop. Little push. Anyway, let's install this this beautiful camshaft. BTR, BTR, BTR. So, if you do get a cam from Temu, make sure you measure the lobes, because the one from Temu was advertised to be like this, and it was, like I said, a sloppy stage 2. So they weren't wrong with the stage 2. It's just that the specs that they had were incorrect. So that's pretty cool how they do that now. So you can see what it is. I ran a BTR in my Camaro too, my 2010 SS stage 2 as well. I would recommend getting a converter for that too, if you do that. I did not run a converter because I was young and stupid and thought I knew everything. And now I'm old and stupid and think I know everything. So we'll get the first couple lobes here, nice and juiced up. Oh, yeah, you like that action, don't you? It's like I'm grinding pepper. Put it in, do the old spinneroonie. Oh, glob it on there. All right, go nice and easy. Get to the next one. All right, glob it. Slather it on there. All right, guide it in. Try not to nick your cam bearings, which we didn't even look at, so hopefully they're good. All right, lather that up. Getting towards the end here. Guess we could just lather the whole thing. Let's do that. Do you guys get scam likely calls? Like, oh no, I get like 17 a day. I had 42 in one day. Trying to give me a business loan. I don't have a business. I don't understand. And they're all robot. They're all AI. Well, they sound like AI. I don't know if they are. All right, so now I got to get something for the end here. So we'll go ahead. Where's our new gear? I put this in backwards. You know, this is what happens when you rush. You're trying to get out of here because it's sweltering out. When you rush, you make mistakes. Don't do that. Oh, definitely don't do that. Come on, baby. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on now, won't you? Hey. There, you can never have too much lube on your camshaft. Oh, it's bumped for my pleasure. All right, let's get here. All right, let's lube. So we're trying to get this mark here. You can't really see it in this light. Oh my God, my knees. Oh God, that hurts. I got tendonitis in my knee and it hurts. It hurts. We're trying to get that lined up, get this chain in a good spot. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. right there. There we go. Doesn't feel right. And that is not lined up correctly. Oh, I forgot the frickin' cam plate. No wonder why it was fitting weird. Oopsie poopsie. All right, so we're going to re-verify. We got our timing mark here. I'll bring it in and show you, and then I'll show you the bottom one. That way we know that we're square on. See timing mark there? And if it can focus, you can kind of see the gleam of it. But you're just gonna have to trust me. It's there. It's lined up. All right. So with our timing marks lined up, we're at top dead center. Let's drop these lifters back in, get this front cover back on, and then we'll call it a day and be back at it tomorrow. We'll mess with the heads, get that bolted on, get those torqued on, get this ready to drop in. But yeah, let's do that. All right, that's gonna do it for today. I apologize for my language. It is so hot out. We got the front on here. Got the front. This is still loose. I have this torqued down using the you want to do that before you tighten this down. I'm not going to tighten this down all the way yet until I do the rear main seal. I'm going to leave the pan. The pan's still loose too because you need to do something similar in the back to make sure that seal lines up. I did put a little dab of assembly lube on all the lifters on both sides. You can see they cleaned up, the pistons cleaned up pretty good. All the mating surfaces cleaned up pretty good. I'm gonna have to vacuum out this valley here. There's a bunch of crud in there, or wipe it out, one of the two. But yeah, pretty productive day. Tomorrow we'll do the heads, do all the valve springs, get them on, get them on the engine, torque them down, and maybe we'll do the rear main seal too. So then all I have to worry about is dropping this bad boy in. So I'm debating whether to put the manifolds back on. I might just wait to get it in the truck first and then put the manifolds on just so I have the most room possible to slide it in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put the heads on and then be ready to slam this thing in and just rebuild it while it's inside the truck. But thank you for tuning in, and bring you back tomorrow. Well, hello up there. It's the next day. We're working on cylinder head, and I did 75% of it already, and I already did the other one, but it's insanely hot, so I'm trying to speed this process up, so I apologize, but I want to show you how to do valve springs on an LS head because it's super easy. Valve springs we're using are a dual spring, for higher lift cam. Came with new keepers, new retainers, new valve seals, the whole 9 yards. This neat little thing, let me see if I can zoom in for you. Zoom. Nope. All right, I can't. All right, well, you're just gonna have to trust me. It does both springs at the same time. It's kind of a nice deal. I think it was like between 15 and 25 bucks on Amazon. So you just bolts to the head. There's a stud in the center, and you just run it home. All right, run it all the way down. Get your magnet. Pop out your keepers. I like to keep these because I tend to lose them a lot. There we go. I think these valve seals are bad on this valve. The only reason I say that is because these valves are the first ones to drop. I don't remember it burning oil, so I don't know. All right, we want to pull this all the way up and off. Pull your old springs out. Pull your seals out. Throw everything on the ground. Get a wag. You want to clean this up best you can. All right. You don't want excess poop. New valve seals. Jam them on there. Get yourself a 21 M&M socket. Make sure they're locked down. Valve springs down. Toppers, tippy toppers, slapper toppers. Slide this down. Make sure your valves are centered in the spring. Run it down. Get your new keepers. Stick them in there. Oh, make sure your valves are up. I think these are down slightly. Yep, they're down slightly. So make sure your keepers are in. Don't lose your fingers in the process. Now I like to use a ratchet when I'm backing off, only because your little zip zap will cause too much vibration and your locks will go flying out. Your keepers, whatever you want to call them. Your brother's keeper. Well, we got a problem. This keeper has fallen and it won't get up. Oh yeah. Run that back down. All right, get it out of there. Kind of slide it in. Other way. Still is falling down. I don't think it's quite centered in there. So we'll just sit there and hold it. Don't want to lose a finger. Pull it away. Loosey goosey, loosey goosey. Look at that. Voila. Oh no. Ta-da! Just like that. You are done 2 valve springs on your LS head. Now, when you have this in the truck or car, excuse me, they have an adapter. It goes in the spark plug hole, and you put you put compressed air in there. It keeps the valves up. It's always good practice too. Get that piston up on top dead center, whichever piston it may be. Whew. And that way, if the valve does fall, the piston will catch it. So, and yes, I am in the shop today. I hope you forgive me, but this heat is unbearable. This video will be 2 parts. It's just the knock sensors still haven't come in yet. It is so hot outside when I try to move the engine. This is just a short block too. On the engine stand, it sinks into the blacktop. Like it's bad. It's brand new blacktop. I don't want to mess it up. We had tractor trailers here earlier. We hauled today, and just them. And sometimes you get less than great blacktop, and if it's hot, you sit there and you turn the wheel back and forth. It kind of rips it up. These guys are moving, and it's tearing up the blacktop. So I don't want to do that. I feel like it's very disrespectful. This also gives me time to mail the computer out to Michigan Motorsports to get it tuned. Those guys and gals, and they've always done me well, even when I had issues with the tune. Their turnaround was excellent. I've never had a problem with them. So with that being said, that's going to do it for today's video. So now your LS cylinder head is complete. So next time you see the old tow pig, it will be running and driving. And that'll be nice. I can start towing stuff. There is a chance I'm going to pick up a new project here. I'm kind of excited about it. It's very ambitious for one person, but that's okay. That's how you grow, I guess. And I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it. And if it does happen this weekend, if I can go pick it up, I'll bring you guys along because I'm kind of super pumped about it. So yeah. So thank you for tuning in, and I can't wait to show you this project. Like, comment, subscribe, share, please. It does. I know I say it a lot, but it does help. It helps me, get one step closer to maybe making this a career. And I can't do this without you guys. Even if it's a handful of you, this is fun to me. And I'm hope that you get something out of it. But enough babbling for now, and catch you in the next one.
Happy birthday, America.